should be. Yes, we're live. Alright, ping again. You could DM me. Hold up. You could come. Alright, yeah, their main dude was like, yo, what's happening? Alright. Let me know when you roll the intro.
It's game on!
I am. Oh, you're waiting for another one. They sent a new one. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and roll the intro.
Starting match.
15, 14.
Week 4. Sorry for the little delay. We had a little bit of problems behind the scenes of this streaming, but we have now finally fixed it. And we are ready for this exciting match with Team Chaos versus Team Wildcard. This is the Master Bracket. I believe the first Master Bracket of Echo Master League Season 3. So this is the first match we get to watch casted of these new Master teams. We will be waiting now for them to ready up. But as of now, I would like to ask, what is everyone drinking tonight? Me, myself, I have this new thing. It's like a Pepsi vanilla, not vanilla, it's like cream and cherry. Very interesting, unique flavor. How to get used to it to drink it. A Sprite Zero Sugar. I have tried that. It is one of my, wouldn't say personal favorites, but it's not a bad one. Moonte eating dinner and drinking a Dr. Pepper. Absolutely exciting. But we will have this neutral joust going today as we do have Team Chaos getting a Zuko. Zuko's going to pass to KJ, and KJ is already hitting that open 3. 4 seconds in the game. Already a 3 points for Team Chaos. Wow. Baby Zulu says he is drinking cheese. To each his own. To each his own, but we will have Team Wildcard with this joust as we do have Sinnoh. Sinnoh gonna throw it down to Ryruff. Ryruff trying to slap it, but it was a bad slap, but that's okay. He gets recovery, but no. Huntavelli is stunned out by Milky Way. Milky Way now gonna throw it down to left Tono into Only's hands. Only now throwing it down to Zuko. Zuko looking for an open pass as he does reset it back to Milky Way. Milky Way throwing it up to KJ. KJ now at the disc. Gonna reset it back to Milky Way. No need to do anything stupid as Milky Way passes it to Zuko. Zuko passing it to KJ. KJ trying to go for the shot, but that is a beautiful save from Sinnoh as Huntavelli does try to clear the disc. But unfortunately, that is a awkward bounce as that does go in Milky Way's hands. Milky Way now juking around. Throwing it to KJ. KJ with the disc. Gonna reset it back to Only. We're noticing a little bit of more passing coming from Team Chaos compared to what we've seen earlier before this Master Bracket. But we do have Milky Way. Milky Way trying to pass to Only, and Only slapping it in for the Chicago on Sinnoh for another 2 points for Team Chaos. Mr. Juheku says Milky Way the GOAT. Absolutely. He has shown to be one of the best goalies in Echo Master League this season. I don't think we've seen much score getting past him when he is in goal. We have insight. Looks like he's trying to pass to Ryruff, but that is an awkward bounce as it goes straight into Zuko's hand. Zuko juking around, throws it down to Only. Only now at the disc. Going for a 3, but that is a beautiful block by Sinnoh, but Only gets the recovery. Only juking around the floor. Just going to hold the disc for a little bit as he is looking for a possible cut Or no, he is going to choose to reset it to Milky Way. Milky Way throwing it up to KJ. KJ off shoulder, doing a little bit of dancers, cutting into Milky Way. Milky Way throwing it on the stunned out Sinnoh goalie for 7-point lead. Thinks CEO. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing that. Drinking a strawberry watermelon energy drink, by the way. That sounds pretty interesting. What brand is that, if I may ask? I do love energy drinks, but we're having a fast relay coming from Sinnoh. Sinnoh passing to Hunabelli. Hunabelli trying to pass to Rairo, but that is unfortunately not in Rairo's hands as Team Chaos' stack does get there first as Zuko gets to this. Zuko gonna hold it, throw it all the way down to Only. Only after this gonna throw it down, possibly to that stack as it does go in Zuko's hand. Zuko off boot, going for a bottom pocket, but that is a beautiful save coming from Rairo. Rairo clearing it down left tunnel. It is going to be Stack who gets the first. It is Sinnoh. Sinnoh pump fake for that open three as he does go for a beautiful top pocket coming from Sinnoh to put the first 2 points on for Team Wildcard. Zoa, that's the Rocks energy drink, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Never had it, me personally, but I've heard good things about it. But we will have Team Chaos coming in for their first disc, as we do have KJ. KJ passing it down to Only. Only passing Milky Way. Milky Way taking the open three and hits the open three. What a beautiful relay coming from Team Chaos. Finding the open three and solidifying another 3 points. Mr. Drew has said smooth. That was a very smooth play indeed, but we have Team Wildcard with the disc. We have Sinnoh. Sinnoh passing it to Insight. Insight throwing down. It is a relay, but that left relay is read by Only. Only throwing it downfield for that stack to get there. It goes into KJ's hands. KJ going for another open three and makes the open three. What a beautiful read coming from Only. Reading that left relay coming from Team Wildcard and taking the disc. Throwing it down perfectly into KJ's hands. And KJ throwing it 11. No need to be fancy about it. Throw it in a goal. Solidify 3 points. Sing says, I believe Chaos can mercy. I do agree based off this, but I will not add that caster's curse. As we have Insight. Insight bouncing it off table to go up, possibly to a person, but I could not find that person. As we have KJ getting this. KJ passing it to Only. Only now this. Going for a reverse boop shot. Is that in? No, it is saved by Ryruff. Ryruff now after this. Gonna possibly reset goal. No, he is gonna choose to clear it cross, as that is a loose disc, but it's okay. Chaos' stack is there as Zuko gets the disc. Zuko now throwing it KJ, but that is read by Ryruff. Ryruff going for the half-court attempt, and that is a beautiful half-court coming from Ryruff. Absolute beauty. We'll have Chaos now at the disc, going for another relay. Are we going to see that same relay as we saw when it went from Nest, the Station, the Cloud, and then to Milky Way cross for that open three? We will see as we do have Zuko at the disc. Zuko throwing it to KJ. It might be the same play. No, it is KJ throwing it to Milky Way now instead. Milky Way now throwing it cross to Only. Only throwing it back to Milky Way. Milky Way throwing it back to Only. What a beautiful time as Only does a little spin move and takes that open, but no! That is Sinnoh with the beautiful save coming there. As that is going into Ryruff's hands. Ryruff gonna juke around. Throw it down the middle. It is a loose disc. Stack race. Who will get there first? It looks like it will be Chaos as Zuko gets the disc now. Zuko throwing it to Only, but Only is stunned out by that wildcard stack. But it's okay. Zuko's there to recover it as he does try to maybe throw it to KJ, but that is unfortunately a rough bounce, and it is going into Sinnoh's hands. Sinnoh with the back play. A beautiful save coming from KJ. That will be going into Only's hands. Only gonna clear it down the field. Who will get there first? It looks like it'll be Zuko getting there first. Zuko at the disc now. Gonna do a little bit of juke moves. Gonna possibly try maybe a little bit of loose tracking there. Didn't quite go fast enough as Insight does get that recovery slap, but that's okay. Zuko's there. Zuko now throwing it to Only. Only passing it all the way up to KJ. KJ now after this. He's gonna hit that cut pass. No, it is a stun goalie, and KJ hits the easy 2 points for Team Chaos. Excellent defense from both teams indeed. We've noticed a couple mishaps coming from each team, and when they do have that mishap, the other team does go find that mishap and then solidify those easy, they see the mistake. I don't know the right word. It's not popping in my head. It's like they see it and they capitalize on it. I feel like that's the best way. But we do have Sinnoh stealing it from Zuko, but that's okay. KJ steals it right back, but he does unfortunately throw it straight to Ryruff. Ryruff now doing a little bit of juke moves, but no, he is stunned out. As we do have Only getting this. Only throwing it right tunnel. Who will get there first? It is a stack race, as it does look like Chaos will get there first. As Zuko gets to this, Zuko taking that open 3, and he does bang that open 3. Wow, what a beautiful performance coming from Team Chaos today. How will Team Wildcard decide to clap back? I would say, for lack of better words, how will they come back with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left with, not to put Caster's curse, a 13-point lead? As we have Sinnoh passing it straight to Hunnavelli. Hunnavelli throwing it down to inside now after this, throwing it back to Hunnavelli. Hunnavelli now juking around, gonna reset it back to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now at the disc, gonna, hold the disc. No need to pass it unnecessarily if no one is putting that pressure on him, as no one is still putting that pressure on him. Finally, we have only putting that pressure, but that does leave Hunnavelli wide open. Hunnavelli now looking for a cut pass. No, he's just gonna take it in for a beautiful cross shot on the goalie. Diggs was saying Chaos has the fast regrabs. Absolutely. They do have a very fast regrab. These rollouts are so nice to look at. Absolutely. Sometimes you could look back on these high team players and maybe just steal the rollout. Because, hey, if it works for them, it might work for you. But we do have Zuko on ceiling. Zuko throwing it all the way down to Milky Way. Milky Way throwing it back to KJ. KJ throwing it down to Only throwing it back to Zuko. It is just a passing play here, as you have Zuko throwing it down to KJ. KJ throwing it all the way down to Only throwing it all the way down to Milky Way. Is Milky Way gonna take the 3? No, and unfortunately, actually, he takes the 2 points, as the goalie unfortunately looks like could not grab that block in goal and floated away. We will have Wildcard with the disc again. Are they gonna hit that maybe left or right relay, or maybe they stick to those pub splits? We haven't seen much special things coming from Wildcard as we normally saw the last couple rounds. We do have Sinnoh throwing inside. As I spoke, they decided to do something special, as we have inside now. Juking around, trying to find the open pass, but he does find Hunnavelli with that open pass. Hunnavelli throwing it down, but no, that is intercepted by Milky Way. What a beautiful read. Possibly a full quarter time, but no, that is unfortunate bounce. That's okay, Zuko's there. Zuko with his excellent little juking into a dunk play off the head of one of Team Wildcard's head. B-Love says, go teams. Absolutely. That was not a Chicago. The goalie was stunned out, but he did try to save it with his head, but unfortunately, he was a little bit too far inside of the goal, so it counted as, he scored it, but he didn't. But that is Sinnoh. Sinnoh ducking that stack, passing Ryra. Ryra passing to Hunnavelli. Hunnavelli now with the disc. Gonna throw it all the way down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now, is he gonna take that 1-on-2 with the goal? No, he's gonna sit there and wait, as he does pass to Ryra. Ryra going for a little bit of juke, trying to pass to Sinnoh, but that is unfortunately too low, as Only gets the disc. Only slapping it down. It is a loose disc. Who will get there first? It is Zuko. Zuko slapping it down for the half court, possibly half court slap. No, it is unfortunately too high, as Hunnavelli goes for the headbutt. KJ gets the disc. KJ going for 2 points, but a beautiful save from Hunnavelli.
This round is over.
Absolutely sneeze. That was a nice duck coming from Sinnoh. Who? All right. As we do have new chatters in the chat, I would like to re-ask my question of, what is your drink of choice? I don't know, buddy, if you have your mic set up on cams, but what are you drinking right now? All right, he said he has just water. You remind me a lot of H. Penny. That's all he drinks when I ask. What are you drinking? Water. What are you drinking? Water. Mr. Juheku says, Chaos is my favorite, but this was just a warm-up round for a wild card. Possibly they just look at the only rollouts I think we've seen Chaos do this game, and then they're possibly going to strategize on that. Are they going to run a 2-2? Or are they going to run a 1-to-1, where they do have one person back, one person pushing that Zuko or that station, or will they have, like I'm saying, they push that station, that one person for that 1-to-1, and then we have the other stack pushing up on, I believe they call it Heaven. I don't really know geos. Me personally, I just say I'm right here, I'm open, and I hope for the best. But that Heaven area where they push that, and then boom, they capitalize. Toke says, Zuko, don't make me start playing. That would be very scary to see Toke start playing in this, because he is a very formidable opponent. I believe Toke can 1v4 Chaos. But this will be a neutral joust coming in, as let's see who will get there first. We have Wildcard getting there first, as Sinnoh tries to throw it down, but Sinnoh is stunned out by KJ. KJ just stuns out the whole stack, but that's okay. Hunnavelli's there. Hunnavelli now throwing it down, but no, beautiful read by Milky Way yet again, going into Zuko's hands. Zuko now throwing it down, but no, Sinnoh is there. Sinnoh now to this gets stolen by Only. Only taking out open 3 and bangs out open 3. What a beautiful read from Milky Way right there. Let's see how Team Chaos will decide to come back on this. Now we have the awkward silence. All right. Let's see if they're going to do that nest a cloud to whatever they're doing. As we know, we're just having a possible left relay. No, that left relay is red. So instead, they're going to throw it all the way down to Hunavelli, who's open. Hunavelli throwing it down to Ryruff. Ryruff now getting pressured by 2 people. Throws it back to Hunavelli. Hunavelli resetting it to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now after this. He's just going to hold it. Throw it down the opposite side to Insight. Insight now. Going to walk it up. Throw it up to Ryruff. Ryruff now. Going to throw it back down to Sinnoh. We're seeing a lot less aggressive wild card as we did last round. Milky Way got them reading glasses on. Absolutely. He is reading everything coming from wild card. As Ryruff passes to Sinnoh. And Sinnoh takes that beautiful 2 on that stun goalie. Putting the first 2 points up for Team Wildcard. Let's see how Wildcard will respond to Chaos's stack. I'd say stack, I'd say relay. Or if Chaos is going to switch up their relay. Let's see what they do now. As we will have Zuko getting to this. They are switching it up. Zuko passing it down to Only. Only throwing down to that stack, but Zuko could not get there. But that's okay. Katie's there, but no. Katie's stunned out and grabbed by Insight. Insight trying to clear it down, but unfortunate bounce hits that Geo. That's okay. Insight's there again. As he does try to throw it down to Sinnoh, but Sinnoh could not get there. Sinnoh stuns out that stack. So it'll be going into Hunavelli's hands. Hunavelli gonna do a little bit of arm rotations as he does. Flick it in bottom pocket. Beautiful bounce read from Hunavelli and Ryruff's stack, and just securing it on that goalie. As we do have a pause coming in. I do not believe from who, but we do have that pause. We have a pause coming from Team Wildcard. All right, while we do have this pause, I would like to go over the stats shown right now. We have, for Team Wildcard, Hunavelli with 4 points, 1 save, and 10 stuns. Ryruff with 3 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, and 8 stuns. Insight with 1 assist, 1 save, and 7 stuns. And unfortunately, we can't see Sinnoh's stats because he's not here. I'm pretty sure that's what they paused for. But on the Team Chaos side, we have Only with 5 points, 4 assists, and 13 stuns. Zuko, 5 points again, 1 assist, 1 save, and 13 stuns again. Then we have Milky Way with 7 points and 15 stuns. And then we have KJ with 8 points, 1 assist, and 12 stuns. What a beautiful, stunning game coming from Chaos. And a beautiful saving game coming from Team Wildcard. Zuko and Only have similar POS, possession. There we go, not position. Possession. Yeah, it's only 1 second off, surprisingly, as we do see these guys hold the disc a little bit longer, looking for that pass or that reset. You know, they'll usually reset it or pass back to each other. Milky Way, as we've seen, he is the goalie. He does have the same possession time as KJ, but his possession, Milky Way, his possession is more in goal or throwing it to the assist, like throwing it for an assist. As we do have KJ. KJ, when he has the disc, he just throws it in, you know? No, if we do look at the stats now, we do have Sinnoh with 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 with 0 possession, technically. All right. Oh my. Sorry, I got distracted right now. My friend sent me a picture of his cat. I don't know if y'all know. I am a huge cat guy. Used to not be. I used to only be like. I used to swear up and down about dogs. Oh, I used to swear up and down. It was like, oh, we do have an unpause, but before I start commentating again, I used to be like a dog only, you know. But now, you know, I've become fond of cats. KJ nasty, but I love Hunavelli and Ryruff. They are my faves. Absolutely beloved. Now everyone's saying cat. But we have Chaos with the joust now as we have Zuko. Zuko quickly passing to KJ. KJ now passing it down to Milky Way. Milky Way to this. Gonna throw it up to Only. Only gonna take that one-on-one and goal as he does hit that beautiful top pocket. Absolutely beautiful. Wildcard got a crazy logo. Wildcard has one of everything. They have Joker, Juice Box, Ignite. They have just everything. But we will have Wildcard with the Josh. Now we have Sinnoh. Sinnoh passing it down to Ryruff. Ryruff now going under that stack. Going to reset it back to Sinnoh and Inside stack. As Sinnoh and Inside are going to dribble down. We have Sinnoh. Sinnoh slapping it. That was an interesting slap. Almost in goal. But no, it is only with the disc. Going to duck around. Get stunned out. Going to Milky Way, though. He threw it back to Milky Way just in time as Milky Way throws it to KJ. KJ now throwing it to Zuko. Zuko is going to take that open shot. Let's see. He's going for a possible reverse boot. No, only is there. Only securing that open 3 for Team Chaos. All right. Absolutely beautiful. Now, let's see if the the camera operator will. I sent the picture of the cat I got sent to him, so hopefully he does show that cat. It was a very beautiful cat. Okay, he will put it at the end or timeout, he says, but we do have Inside now at the disc. Inside, it is a left relay going down to Ryruff. Ryruff now at the disc. Oh, that is unfortunately, almost dropped it. That almost was bad. You have Ryruff. Ryruff throwing it back to Inside. Inside gets stunned out by Only. Only out the disc. Maybe a possible going for that shot, but that is a loose disc. Zuko gets the boost off Hundavelli and slaps it down to Milky Way. Milky Way trying to take that, but no, Sinnoh is there. A beautiful save. But that's okay. Only's back to get that recovery. Let's see what he'll do. He'll just walk it down. As he does pass to Zuko. Zuko now at the disc. Gonna throw it up to KJ. KJ now throwing it to Only. Only throwing it to Milky Way. Milky Way off clock. Gonna juke around those 2 defenders and just throw it in real quick. Sink says, do you like the pictures of my cat? I would like everyone to send me pictures of their cats. I am a huge advocate of cats now. If you have a cat, I want you to send me all the pictures you have of your cat. Unless it's the Sphinx cats, I believe, the bald ones. Don't send me the bald ones. I like fur. I'm a hater of the ball, but that is Hundavelli missing that disc, as you do have KJ getting the recovery. KJ throwing it down to Only. Only not to disc. Going for that half-court attempt. Does he make that? He does bang that half-court. Beautiful coming from Only. Coke, you may send me a picture of your dog, but you're only limited to 3 pictures of a dog. I sent them in my team's Discord, but I'll send them to your DMs real quick. Yes, right now, not real quick. Absolutely. Please send them to my DMs. I am in a lot of servers, so I can't keep track of everyone. But we do have Ryruff with a beautiful cut pass to Sinnoh. Sinnoh passing it inside, putting it in on that goal. What a beautiful lead of a pass coming from Ryruff to Sinnoh. B-Love saying, go Cats. Absolutely, go Cats. Duke, what a shot. What a shot indeed. I just want to say, oh, what a pass. Like, that was, I don't think I could have gotten a better pass right there, but we do have Zuko. Zuko passing it down to KJ. KJ now juking around Sinnoh. Throwing it up to Only. Only throwing it to Milky Way. Milky Way going to take that one-on-one on goalie as he does throw cross pocket and bangs that cross pocket on that goalie. Beautiful coming from Milky Way. We're seeing Milky Way become more of a striker now instead of the usual goalie. This is very interesting dynamic we've seen. We've seen Zuko more back now, and Milky Way more forward. Tink said he sent them. Beautiful. I will definitely send them to the camera operators to show. But what a beautiful read coming from Only. You know, Team Wildcard is doing the same plays. It's about time as Only passes it beautifully to KJ. And KJ off the head of Sinnoh into the same side pocket. You know, it was eventually Chaos had to see the same play. And they did indeed capitalize on the same play. Now, what will Wildcard do? Will they do that left relay that we've seen? Will they do that? The Nest to Cloud. Let's see what they'll do. And they will do that left relay. Are they going to read that? They are going to read that. What a beautiful read. But no, that's okay. Inside stuns or sacks as Ryruff slaps it down on Hundavelli. Hundavelli with the one-on-one on goal. What's going to happen? He's going to get it past Milky Way for 2 points going for Team Wildcard. All right, Sing sent me a lot of pictures of his cat. All right, beautiful. His cat, I would like to say, loves cardboard boxes. I've seen 3 pictures of a cat in a cardboard box, and I love it. But we will have Zuko. Zuko bouncing up on ceiling. What will he do now? He's going to throw it. A beautiful bounce pass to KJ. That was a little bit of pizzazz added onto it as KJ throws it down to Only. Only throwing it to Zuko. Zuko now going to walk around, throw it down to KJ. KJ throwing it down to Milky Way, but it's unfortunately an awkward bounce as you do have Ryruff getting that disc. Ryruff, oh, endering Milky Way. Is that Ender? Yeah, that's an Ender. I'll count that as an Ender. As that is a loose disc going into Huntavelli's hands. Is Huntavelli going to take the 3? No. We have Zuko back. Huntavelli is instead going to reset to Ryruff. Ryruff throwing it down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now throwing it up to Insight. Insight off shoulder. What is he going to do? He's going to juke around, look for that pass. He is going to reset back to Ryruff. Ryruff now going on top of ceiling. Possibly looking for that open pass as he does try to find that. But no! Intercepted by Milky Way once again. What beautiful reads coming from Milky Way. As that's going to be Chaos getting that disc only, going for a backboard 3. And bangs that backboard 3 cross pocket. Wow. I believe that is a perfect pocket too coming from Team Chaos and more specifically Milky Way. It is devastating only in his ability to hit pockets, especially those X-axis pockets, those cross pockets or the same side pockets. But we have Sinnoh now at the disc. Sinnoh gonna walk it up, throw it to Insight. Insight now gets stunned out by Zuko. We're gonna have KJ with the disc. KJ throwing it down to Only. Only looking for that stack, but that stack's not there. He throws it down to Zuko. Zuko ducks under Sinnoh and throws it in for 2 points for Team Chaos. Beautiful coming from Zuko. And beautiful awareness coming from Only as he does turn around to look and see if he's about to get stunned out by that stack. He saw he wasn't. Does to Zuko, and Zuko just does his thing. Let's see how Team Wildcard will do. Are they going to stick with that? Always throwing it left. Let's see. Instead, they're going to throw it up to Insight. Insight throwing it down to Huntavelli. Huntavelli, they was trying to throw to Ryruff, but unfortunately, Boot is there as Zuko gets the Zuko throwing it down to Only. Only another half-court attempt. Unfortunately, it is a little bit too far to the left as we have Insight getting recovery. Insight throwing it down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now with the disc. 40 seconds left. What is he going to do? He's going to throw it back. It is a loose disc as it goes to Insight hand. Insight is taken by KJ, but that's okay. Insight stuns out KJ before anything as we do have Sinnoh. Sinnoh slapping it downfield. It is a loose disc. Is that in? Oh, that is unfortunately hitting the pyramid of clock as we have KJ getting the recovery. KJ throwing it down to Only. Only trying to go for another half court, but we have Huntavelli. Huntavelli going for a half court on his own goal, but it bounced back. It was actually a self pass as we have Huntavelli throwing it down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh now throwing it up. It is a loose disc going into Ryruff's hands. Ryruff now trying to go for that open throw, but it was unfortunately not open. We have 4 seconds left. What he's going to do is going to throw to Insight. Insight, throw to Sinnoh. But no, a beautiful save coming from Zuko, and that will solidify Team Chaos's win for this EML match. What beautiful play, beautiful defense, beautiful reads coming from Chaos. Absolutely sings. Beautiful plays coming from Chaos. Took it right out of my mouth as I said that. As you have Chaos with 22 points each round. And we have Wildcard scoring 7 the first round and 8 the second round. Mr. Juheku says, Huntavelli. Absolutely. I believe I'm going to call that a self-pass. You know. But I would like to say one last thing. Mr. Awesome Cameraman. Could we post a picture of the cat that I was sent? Mr. Juheku says, yes, I did send it to you. Yet another W for Chaos. Absolutely. This is another W in the books as they do only have 1 loss on the record to deceive. I want to cast with you. Absolutely, B-Love. I would love to cast with you too. You should absolutely hop in the booth next time. I do try to cast every time I see a match. So absolutely. You know, you see a match, let's cast it together. Now we just have to wait before, you know, we sign off for this cat because, God, I want y'all to see this cat. It is a very beautiful cat. Mr. Casterman. Buddy and Bob. I need the picture of the cat to be posted before anything. It's up. Beautiful. We do have, look at that cat right there. That is a very beautiful cat indeed. Yes, his little toy. God, I love cats. Absolutely, cat. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Buddy and Bob, for being the camera operator today. Sorry for that little mishap we had in the beginning as we couldn't have the stream key at first, but luckily we had the lovely Orthra to back us up and finally provide us the stream key to stream for today. That is all. Buddy and Bob, would you like me to say any last words for you? All right, he says, have a great day for everyone and absolutely have a fantastic rest of the day, week, and year. This is Echo Master League Week 4, the first casted master game, signing off.